1, 2, 3.
Hear the sounds like a fiddle, a playing violin for innocence, been missing since.
Good morning, Sports Twitter.
This is the show
With Zefrank. Ciao!
Das Democrats took control of the Congress today, and the remixes like that one are starting to come in. Coincidence? I don't know. But we'll deal with matters of politique tomorrow. You know what day that is. Today we tackle something infinitely more important, a matter of national security, perhaps. Some of you have noticed that from time to time I take $2.05 out of the jar in which I save small change for the poor, and with that money I buy myself a cup of Starbucks coffee. Now invariably when a cup of this low-grade cocaine substitute makes its way onto the show, I get emails that tell me that I should avoid Starbucks at any cost and instead get my coffee at a locally owned coffee shop. By the way, I tried that. You know what I found out? The coffee shops in my neighborhood don't take Starbucks gift cards. I know what you're thinking. Pigs, right? And besides, I like a cup of coffee that makes me want a number 2 almost immediately. You know, turtle. Do you know what turtle means? If not, maybe you're not part of my target demographic. Anyway, the other day I was going to do some research on why some people think that Starbucks is so bad, but I needed some coffee. So I went to Starbucks and I noticed that they moved the free bar. The free bar is the place where people who can't afford the coffee can at least make themselves a cup of sugared milk. They even leave honey out for the hippies. So I was standing there feeling sorry for the people at the free bar and trying to figure out who was less important, the guy behind the espresso machine or the guy who gets the pastries, and I noticed something. I noticed this door in the back, and the door had a sign on it. This door, not an exit. First off, I'm not sure you can make that statement. I think it's up to the person who uses the door. You can say, please don't use this door as an exit, or don't think of this door as an exit. But that's not even the point. The point is that below that sign there was another sign. It said, warning, do not open door after dusk. Put it together, people. If it's not an exit, what is it? An entrance. And don't open it after dusk? You know what that means? They got werewolves back there. That's why they put the free bar back there to fatten up all the hippies on honey milk. And then they pick them off at night. No wonder the hippies tell me not to go there. Anyways, no need to send me any more emails. I get it. Speaking of email, the other day a marketing company asked me whether they could pay me to do some product placement. I know what you're thinking, and no, I didn't get paid to uncover that whole werewolf thing. Paid product placement. Capitalism. If I'm going to place a product, I'm going to do it for me. In fact, I do it all the time. I place products in places you can't even imagine. This morning I placed a couple products. I won't even tell you where. You wouldn't believe it. Besides, there's rules to product placement. It's not like origami or art where you can do whatever the hell you want. If you screw up, you can look like a real ass. As someone once told me, dry humping a bag of donuts does not a good product placement make. You with me? What do you want, case studies? According to the Standard Examiner, a 14-year-old Utah boy was the victim of bad product placement. When Colton Mahoney put his brand new Madden NFL 07 into his Xbox, he was surprised when pornography popped up instead of the game. Colton's father, Tim Mahoney, was quoted as saying, "It wasn't a pretty scene." Meanwhile, in Kentucky, a man who had recently purchased a DVD entitled Saturday Night Beaver was equally shocked when he found footage of John Madden interspersed throughout the film. He was quoted as saying, "It wasn't a pretty scene." Case study number 2. After a deal with Moist Wipes fell through, the movie House of Wax became the victim of bad product placement. Paris Hilton was placed into the movie instead with subpar results. CNN reports that Hilton, a notoriously difficult product to place, has recently been fired as the namesake of a nightclub. After Hilton failed to show up for several scheduled appearances, the owner of Club Paris said that the club was no longer named after Paris Hilton, but rather the city. After hearing about the incident, the city of Paris changed its name to Schenectady. This is Zefrank thinking, so you don't have to.